Assalamu alaikum. Welcome back, welcome back. I have a very special iftar, but I have to say this all over again because I realized, you know, I started eating and everything, said bismillah, started eating, and I wasn't recording, so. All right, I have some little Ramadan lanterns. Julia makes a cameo appearance. Beef stew, homemade beef stew. The beef is very tender. I tried it. It's a little liquidy, but it's been cooking in the oven for 2.5 hours. It wasn't ready on time for Maghrib when I was supposed to you know, stop the fasting, break the fast. So I had a date and a little glass of milk, and I prayed Maghrib, and then now I'm eating this. It was in the oven for like 2.5 hours, maybe a bit more. So yeah, and now we have to have bread and butter with stew. So this is bread and butter with a piece of Gouda cheese and some grape leaves. Now I'm gonna make grape leaves, but I found a can way back in the cupboard. I'm gonna finish this first. And I'm trying this new drink, Candy Can, Rocket Ice Lolly flavor. Now I love Rocket Ice Lollies, but sparkling, it has 0 sugar. It's a sparkling drink. It's supposed to taste like Rocket Ice Lolly. So I'm gonna try this now. It's not bad, but I don't think I would buy them again. I can taste the fake sugar way too much. I don't know. But anyway, it's okay. So yes, bismillah. Yeah, so I broke my fast with a date, which that's like tradition, like a date and a little glass of milk. I was really, really hungry, so the cold milk actually tastes good. Normally I don't like just milk on its own like that. I love carrots. I like the flavor of the Worcestershire and the bay leaves in stew. Can't believe I wasn't recording. Anyway, I have a story for you. My hamster almost gave me a heart attack. You can't even see this one. He did something, anyway, must be my fault because, okay, I went in to his bedroom. We keep his cage in the spare room with the door closed because of the cat, obviously. He's escaped a few times. We always found him. Usually because for some reason I forget to properly latch the door, his cage. I know. Anyway, we were having chicken. Was this last night when I had the chicken for iftar? It was like last night. I go to give him a little piece of breast because hamsters can have small amounts of chicken, some tender beef. Anyway, his house, his bedding was there. I had a pair of socks right beside his cage on my dresser because his desk is on my dresser, and he stole a sock, okay? Used it for bedding, so I just let him have it. Anyway, usually when I come in, he comes right up from underground. He buries himself. No wiggly nose and whiskers this time. So I start panicking because, you know, I think the worst. I hear that hamsters only live to be 2 to 3 years, you know, max. I don't know how long it's been. Must be a year. Anyway, you know, Howie, nothing. So I start feeling around under the shavings. He's not there. So I panic. I'm like, Salah, the hamster. I don't peel any of my vegetables either. I wash them and that's it. I don't care about that. So he comes running in. Now, I don't remember if the cage was open or not, like when I first went in. But he had escaped, and I don't know how he got down from the dresser. Like, it's a big height. There was like a yoga mat on the side and a whole bunch of things. Maybe he climbed down. He's a willful little boy. He's a big man. So I'm like, the spare room is a disaster right now. We have to declutter it. There's a lot of furniture in there. Our old wardrobe, a couch. So like suitcases, there's just so many places for him to hide. His dresser, he could be under so many things. And like, we couldn't really get to him. So I'm calling this story the enigma of the missing Howie. So I was just so scared, like, is he okay? I said, okay, I'm gonna do a test. I'm gonna put his cage on the ground. I took a hair clip and I kept the door open so he has access to his water and food if he wants to come back and get it. And he's the only living creature in that room that we know of. So if the chicken disappears, pardon me, but I'm gonna have more, a little more of things. If the chicken disappears, then we know for a fact that it's okay. He's just hiding. I have to hide the bread in a bag from my cat because she loves bread. She'll literally steal the whole bag. She's weird. I gave her a little bit of it, but where's the knife? Oh, anyway, last sandwich. So we went to bed. I had trouble sleeping. I had dreams about Howie, and I was so sad. I was like depressed, you know, because I don't like not knowing where he is, if he's okay or not. Usually is when he escapes, but still. So after sleeping, wake up, I go in the room, chicken is gone. So I felt like a huge wave of relief. I was like, babe, the chicken's gone. And even he was relieved because we love our hamster. Salah's like, I'm like, let's just leave him live happy in between the furniture. He obviously likes it. Salah's like, no, he's gonna poop everywhere, which is true. And I want to know if he's okay. So 100% I want to know where he is. I also noticed, besides the chicken being missing, that his sock full of wood shavings, all his bedding was missing. So this little bugger, this little thief, he must have dragged all his bedding to where his new location was. He was moving house. I had a brilliant idea. I said, let's follow the shavings and see where he goes. Sure enough, there was a trail leading to the couch, the gray sofa in the spare room, under it. And along the way, like right by the entrance of the underneath of the couch, we see the sock. I'm like, oh my gosh, the sock is there. Also a bunch of hamster droppings. I don't know, man. Rodents poop a million times an hour, I swear. Anyway, this meal is so good. Salah lifts up the couch like Hulk Hogan. He says, you look underneath. He's holding the couch up. I look underneath. Howie, and I don't know where he got this from, was sleeping on top of a new nest he made. The nest was made of like tissues and bottle caps and whatever he could find under the furniture. And he's just chilling there. Never mind that he almost gave me a heart attack. So I said, okay, now's our chance. I'll hold the couch, you squeeze under, because he's obviously capable physically. And the hamster didn't run away. Luckily, Salah grabbed him. It's a huge improvement for him with pets, because he never grew up in a household that had pets. And he was always like not afraid, but like squeamish to hold a rodent. So I grabbed him and I was like, Howie, Howie. I was so elated. And I just kept kissing him so hard I made him sneeze somehow. And I never heard a hamster sneeze until then. And I want it as a ringtone. I don't think I'll ever get another hamster after Howie. I love him, and I really mean this like in the nicest way possible. I love him like to death. He's so cute. But I don't find hamsters are good pets. Like, they just don't like humans. Like, they're solitaire. They just like to hide most of the time. They're not cuddly, you know? I'm sure there's exceptions to that, but I just don't like owning a pet that doesn't want to be here, you know? Clearly, if he's escaping, to me, there's just like no point. I also need a pet that's low maintenance. Like, I have trouble taking care of myself sometimes. A cat is like as high maintenance as I can go. With hamster, you have to clean the cage very often. I don't know. I can't stand the thought of him living in his own soil. Like, so I try to spot clean him like today, especially his pee corner. No, odd conversation for dinner time. That was so good. I was craving beef stew. Sorry, the noise. I feel like there's a lot of comfort foods that like from back home that I still crave a lot. Salah liked it, but he was like, he's never had this. So he looks at it, there's meat in it, right? And a sandwich, and he's like, where's the rice? I'm like, babe, just try it. This is how we eat it in Canada. Sure enough, he loved it. Meat and rice are like a must. So I would not, if you don't mind the taste, it's not any worse than a Diet Coke or like a Diet Cola or whatever in terms of fake sugar taste. They have a lot of different flavors. So this one, it doesn't taste like Rocket Ice Lolly to me. Maybe a bit. You know what it tastes like? Remember Revs? Maybe like a diet like Baja Blast. It does taste like Baja Blast, actually. They have a Wonka candy bar one, like a chocolate soda. I can't imagine what that would taste like. Actually, I can't imagine. Anyway, so this is day 2 iftar. I'm trying to do as many like daily vlogs as I can, but like it's gonna be repetitive, right? Like, I don't know. We'll see. I might combine days, you know, like I kind of did in day 1. I did, like, this is the rest of day 2, I guess, making this. But yeah, I know I live in this, but it's so cozy and I don't have to worry. Get out of here. The fruit fly colony followed me from the villa. I don't have to worry about hijab and anything else. Thank you very much. Being covered and everything. Like, the sleeves are perfect. They're not dangly. And the material is nice and stretchy. I love it. I need to get more. One of these was $25 with delivery. The only thing is because I'm so short, it like drags on the ground a bit. So anyway, one thing I do want to improve is slowing down and like trying not to like eat so much. because like by the time iftar comes around, I'm so hungry because I'm not, you know, used to eating a huge amounts of food, right? See, now if you eat a huge meal like this, then you're sluggish after, you know? I was watching a dietitian on TikTok and they're like, now these are the foods you should eat as a dietitian for iftar. No bread, no sambusa, no fried foods, no fatty, no greasy meats, no rice. I'm like, pal, you're talking to people in the Middle East here. Like, those are all staple foods for Ramadan. What are you talking about? But it's kind of true. They are probably foods that are not the healthiest, but they're the tastiest, that's for sure. But yeah, so I'm craving like, you know, stews and that when I made the cottage pie, the shepherd pâté chinois. I'm trying to think what else. Meatloaf. I gotta make that in the rotation. Meatloaf. I haven't been able to find like onion soup mix. They must have it. I could use dehydrated onions and beef broth. Same thing. There's always a substitute. Anyways, guys, I'm just rambling now. But thank you for having dinner with me. Again, it's winter here. There's nothing more comforting than a bowl of beef stew. Oh yeah, I didn't tell you how I made it.
I always make beef stew differently. It depends what ingredients I have. You know, sometimes I add celery, sometimes I don't. So what I had in my pantry, kitchen, so I had some beef cubes, dusted them with flour, salt, and pepper, and fried them to sear them. Then I added a container of tomato paste, 3 cloves of garlic, just whole, just like that, and I threw in some bay leaves. I added the roughly cut vegetables. I don't like them small, I like them big, you know. 2 beef bouillon cubes and about 4 cups of water. And then I just preheated the oven to 360, and I cooked it in my stainless steel pot with the lid on for about 2 hours and probably like 2 hours and 15 minutes or something like that. The beef is really tender. So
nothing worse than chewy stew beef. I can't. Or tough beef. I can't even deal. I would rather eat rubber, like, honestly. Anyway, all right, guys. I'm just so happy that Hao is okay and back in his cage. I have to be more careful, I guess, about that. I just don't think, maybe, I don't know. Anyways, guys. So that's my story about Howie. He's a very interesting creature, and I thought it would be cute to tell you how he tried to, you know, set up camp somewhere else. I mean, is his cage that bad? I don't know. I guess, like, when I think, would I want to live in a cage? But if I'm really small and there's so much huge things around, I'd be scared, I think. I don't know. He has it pretty good in his cage. He has his chew toys and his corn and his house and comfortable bedding and lots of food and water. I mean, I don't know. Maybe he misses running around. I don't know. We'll see. I mean, he has 2 wheels. I think that's why I don't want a hamster. I feel like I can't make him happy. You know, I just don't have the talent or the means to build him a huge compound like some of those you see on social media. So anyway, all right, that's it for now. Thanks for watching. Bye.